Selamat datang ke Kuala Lumpur. Hi YouTube fam, I'm John from the Corporate Breakout Couple. I'm here at the KL Convention Center. Why am I here? I'm not here for convention, I'm just here for conversation. So what's today's conversation about? Today's conversation is about retiring in KL. In our previous video, we covered extensively the cost of living in KL and presented to you two personas with two different budgets. Do check it out. And we covered food, accommodation, transport, groceries, healthcare, and many more. In today's video, we are going to explain specifically why you should retire here in KL. But before that, please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't. And to our current family, welcome back.
So why KL? Well, you're from the city like Singapore and you think that you might miss the city life. KL is the city for you. It is the state capital of the entire Malaysia and there's lots and lots happening in KL with lots of shopping malls, amusement parks and lots more. You've got Genting Highlands, you've got Sunway Lagoon, Batu Caves, Taman Negara, Zoo Negara, and did I mention shopping malls? Yes, lots and lots and lots of shopping malls. KL is a big melting pot of diverse cultures and food where you've got local cuisine and international cuisine with Michelin stars as well. KL is beautifully situated in Malaysia where you can get to any other state within a 3 to 4 hour drive away. If driving around is not your thing, no worries. KLIA, which is the International Airport of Malaysia, is beautifully situated as well, where international flights are in and out dozen times a day. You can easily fly into KL or out of KL to almost any country in the world. There are also lots of flights in and out of KL domestically to the other states, including East Malaysia.
Let's talk about costs. KL, being the capital city, has the highest cost of living among all the states. Having said that, KL is generally more expensive than the other states because it has the highest income group and the highest median salary. Let's say if you're comparing food costs between KL and the other cities like Malacca and Penang, it can be 20 to 30% higher. If you compare to the other small towns in states like Perlis, Kelantan, Kedah, it can be up to 50 to 60% more expensive. Likewise, for accommodation, the range can be even bigger. Condo to condo, landed to landed, it can be several times higher.
As a retiree retiring in Malaysia, you've got lots of options. If you want the luxurious living, you can go to neighborhoods like Damansara Heights, very exclusive. If you are into, the dog-friendly neighborhoods, you can go to Desa Park City, where everything is dog-friendly from the restaurants to the parks. If you are looking for an expat international community, then look no further than Mont Kiara and Sri Hatamas. Mont Kiara's international school is extremely popular with the expats, and Mont Kiara has lots of condos and housing that's actually catered for this community. So prices might be a little bit steeper. However, you've got great restaurants and great facilities all around the area. Over the years, KL city centre has gotten very congested and overpopulated, so the government has done a very good job to develop other areas such as Kota Damansara, Puchong, Shah Alam, Sabajaya, to name a few. Now, these are actually not in KL, they're in Selangor, but honestly, a lot of people get confused and they kind of blur the lines and say that it's in KL, but it's okay. These suburbs are very decentralized and they got their own shopping malls, great neighborhoods, cafes, restaurants, and so forth.
Out of all the states, KL is the only one with a train transit system. I'm talking about your LRT, your MRT system, and it connects very well between the city centre and the other townships. If you're a retiree, here's a hack for you. As KL is known for the congested traffic on the roads, especially during peak hour, what I suggest is you will travel around within the transit systems during the non-peak hours and you can cover a lot of ground and escaping all the tolls as well. As a retiree, you probably do not need to go to the city centre as much. Therefore, there will not be as many tolls waiting for you. In the suburbs, generally when you travel around, which is self-sustaining, you do not need to pay too much transport costs. And if you do need to go to the city centre, you can take the MRT and LRT within. Okay, welcome to the budget building segment. You know that in our previous videos, we have done many different budgets for the different cities, whether in the eyes of a local for the cost of living or for a retiree who wants to retire in that particular city. In today's example, it's going to be for KL as a foreigner who's going to retire in KL, and that will be one half of a couple because there are different shared resources like a car and a house. I'm going to cover basic needs and wants in Malaysia as a whole, and this couple, which is pretty affluent, is going to stay in a prime location. Before we continue on to the budget, I'd like to talk about buying a brand new car in Malaysia, specifically an imported one. In comparison, Malaysian cars are generally cheaper compared to likes of Thailand, and definitely a lot cheaper than Singapore, but of course compared to countries like US or Australia, it is a little bit more pricey. In Malaysia, the excise and sales tax cause the imported cars to be more expensive in comparison to the national cars that Malaysia offers. The persona of this retired couple who are foreigners to Malaysia is a pretty affluent one. So while the cost of the car is not costed in my budget, I'm going to show you some prices of continental cars in Malaysia. For example, this Mercedes C-Class offer in Malaysia will roughly cost you for C200 around 292,000 onwards, of course, and 333,000 for C300. What about a Beamer? As Malaysians love cars and demand for continental cars is very strong. So therefore, there are a lot of models that's offered here. Like for example, this 3 Series compared to a C-Class is around the same price point, around 300,000 ringgit over here in Malaysia. Let's talk about accommodation. If you're looking for a very prime location that's very near to the city centre and very exclusive, you're looking at Damansara Heights. You're looking for a rental for a 3-bedroom between the price point of around 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 ringgit for around 1,500, 2,000 square feet of space in a very prime location. If you're a foreigner looking to rent right in the heart of KL, look no further than KLCC. Plenty of options for condominiums and service apartments for you to rent 3-bedroom apartments that's pretty decent size, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004 square feet between the price range of 6,000 to 8,000 ringgit per month in this very super prime location. Now let's talk about food. For the food category, which covers basic needs and wants, I'm going to split it into 3 categories. 10 days of eating out at hawkers, because Malaysian hawker food is awesome. 10 days of eating out at cafes and restaurants, and 10 days of eating in, which means cooking at home. Here's the budget for 10 days of eating out with 3 meals costed at hawker stores, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And that is also inclusive of 1 bubble tea, which you can find pretty much everywhere in Malaysia. This will bring up to a total of 57 ringgit per day of eating out at hawkers. And eating out at cafes and restaurants, which naturally is a lot more expensive, that will cost you roughly around 172 ringgit per day, inclusive of 1 specialty coffee. Here's the consolidated total for the food category. 10 days of eating out at hawker stalls, 570 ringgit. 10 days of eating out at cafes and restaurants, 1,720 ringgit per month. 10 days of eating at home, cooking quality ingredients, a high level estimate will be 650 ringgit, bringing to a total of 2,940 ringgit, very generous, per month for 1 person. Here's the transport category, and the car is fully paid by this foreign couple, and the cost of the car is not catered. So the cost you're looking here is the running cost of maintaining this car, and the assumptions are this retired couple shares this car 6 pumps a month for 40 litres because it's a higher capacity car, and pumping RON 95 at $2.05 per litre, and the petrol per month works out to be 492 ringgit. Half of it is 246 for 1 person. The road tax, maintenance, insurance, parking and toll, and an estimated amount for half of a couple is 225 ringgit. The train LRT rides, let's include some train rides in and out of the city, that will be 90 ringgit per person, bringing to a total of 561 ringgit per month for 1 person. Now for the accommodation category. For house rental for one half of a couple, the assumptions are staying at Damansara Heights, super exclusive area, a 3-bedroom condominium with full facilities, and the monthly rent will be 6,000 per month, which is 3,000 for one half of a couple. For the total accommodation expenses, the rental is 3,000, household utilities, electricity, water bill divided by 2 is 150 per month, internet for one half of a couple is 75 ringgit, for personal handphone is 120 ringgit, for household items like your cleaning equipment and some of your personal items as well will be 150 ringgit, all costed in here, which brings to a total of 3,495 ringgit per month. And here's the projected healthcare cost for regular doctor's visit, 4 times a year, and 2 times dental visit, bring to a total of 720 ringgit per year, divided by 12, works out to be 60 ringgit per month for one person. And here is the wants category, which are items not costed in the earlier categories. You're looking at interstate road trips 6 times a year within Malaysia, costing in 600 for one person, times 6, that works out to be 3,600 per year, which works out to be 300 per month for one person. Gym membership per month, 200 ringgit, and others like your shopping, entertainment, attractions within KL, a high level number, 1,002 per month. And note that not catered under your wants is your international travels for your holidays and to your home country, your own insurance from your home country, and the cost of the car as mentioned earlier on. Here's the grand total for this retiree, one half of a couple, for all basic needs and wants in KL. The food will be 2,940 ringgit, including 10 days of eating out at hawkers, 10 days of eating out at cafes and restaurants, and 10 days of cooking at home. Transport, which the cost of the car is not included, the running cost is 561 ringgit per person. The rental is 3,495 all inclusive for one person. Medical is 60 ringgit, and the wants, a high level number, is 1,700 ringgit, bringing to a total of 8,756 ringgit per month for this one person. If you take a closer look at this budget, you know that this retiree eats well, lives well, and travels well. And at the start of the video, we explain why you want to retire in KL, because these numbers prove exactly that. You're not going to beat these kind of numbers easily in many other cities or countries. And not forgetting to mention that KL is super well placed within Malaysia for you to travel easily by car, train, or domestic flights to the other states, and also internationally with multiple daily flights.
Well, that's it guys. I hope this gives you a better idea on retirement in KL. We are about to go to do some shopping in Pavilion, and then we are headed back to our little lovely island of Penang. Before you go, please like this video and subscribe to join our YouTube family. See you in the next video. Bye!